Did we should go there? Did we should we go there and cast our votes, or about because if you cast votes and your vote is not counted, that is not progressing in error. And another thing that people name Mr. President, if you cannot do this thing, that you should go to court. And what you are seeing in the court now, where sometimes like this, number 4 become number 1. And where we are seeing that even the president didn't conduct primary election, and they declare him from the court. So we are afraid of INEC and we are afraid of the court. Which way to go? There's something I want to confirm. I don't believe in all these results are given on Facebook or social media. No. We're expecting to hear from INEC by the 11 o'clock as we promised. Now, I want to ask a question. Only that what made me in my mind, I don't know whether this very information, because we have to ask media whether it's solid. We are in Facebook yesterday. Yes, OBJ, former president, Storm INEC correction. That is very.
There's no truth to that. I beg. Please disregard some of those things are not those information or.
Okay, thank you very much.
Please disregard them.
INEC, the INEC chairman should do what is right. You should not push Nigerians back to the place where we are trying to run away from. You should not compromise, and they have seen this thing is not going the way we expect to.
Okay.
There is a kind of foul play now. He has to sit up and do what is right. Unless he's ready to carry all Nigerians and feed us in his house. Let me remember that he has family too. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable. You did not off your mic. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Prince.
Thank you very much for joining us. We have 1 minute to wrap this up, please. So tell us your name and go ahead.
That is I am Comrade Ulobasi.
Comrade Ulobasi, you graced us with your voice this morning. We deserve it, man. Thank you very much.
I hope it's well with your family. Sir.
Yes, it is well with us. Thank you very much.
God bless you, please. President Abacha, please, I want to observe one thing. You know, all the amount of money that I requested for from the government.
Over 300 billion. Seeds.
Yes, I've been giving to it. And they have assured Nigerians all over the world and the world at large that this election will be one of the best. Because they have gotten what they requested for and all the arrangements have been put in place. President, I want to tell you, I was one of the observers, by the grace of God, the domestic one.
Yeah.
And what I witnessed at Gogo 1 Primary School at Buhari Area Council was not what supposed to be. We had about 3 polling units in that primary school. It was only one that came early that meet up with the time. Other 2 came around after 10, 11, and before they should just arrange their things, it was almost 12 o'clock before they started voting. And the crowd was much. Though the crowd voted into around 7 o'clock, people were still voting anyway. But I am telling you that if ANEC is complaining that the distance of uploading has hampered their activities, what about the ones in Abuja? Have they announced any result from Abuja, which is just very close to them? Please, it is not anybody's wish that this country should go up in flames. But what it is happening, it is uncalled for.
Okay. Comrade Ulobasi, it's 9 o'clock. I have to let you go now. Please, let's wrap this up and get on with the next hour. I hope to have you join us in the next hour as we continue to bring you more updates on the elections. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so more updates coming in now. The reports that the governor of Cross River State, Governor Ben Ayade, has lost his senatorial election bid. To the sitting representative, or rather, senator representing Cross River North, Senator Jadigbe Agom Jadigbe, who defeated him with about, okay, it says Ayade, who was in the Senate between 2011 and 2015, lost the National Assembly elections conducted on Saturday with 56,595 votes against Agom Jadigbe of the People's Democratic Party, who scored 76,145 votes. So, well, it seems like the Cross River State governor has lost out in that state. We also have updates from Yobe State, where the Senate President Ahmed Lawan is returning to the Senate after 22 years of being in the Senate as it is. Some people are saying he is a Senator Emeritus. He recalled that there was also a court situation between himself and the one who was said to have won the primary in the state, Machina, who the Supreme Court actually says, no, you know what, the ticket should go to Senator Ahmed Lawan in its ruling. Well, and that's it now. The Senator Ahmed Lawan has been returned to the National Assembly again. So some people are saying, look, some of these people, the National Assembly is their home. They live there maybe till the end of it. It's not peculiar to Nigeria, though. The people who have been in the American Senate, even from, from the 90s, and they're still there, from even the 80s, even the current president is one of those who had been in the National Assembly for a very long time. So, well, since the return to democracy, some people have been in the National Assembly and they're not leaving. They're going to come back in 2023 and maybe even 2027. Who knows? I'll be joined in later on by Busayo, an analyst who's going to be helping us understand, some of the things we're seeing in the polity today as the election continues. The People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Council is having a press conference. We'll find out what's happening there and we'll let you in on it as well.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio.
Eagles 102.3.
It is with humility, mingled with joy, that I thank this grand concourse of patriots and friends of Nigeria for congregating here today on the occasion of my inauguration as the first African Governor General and Commander-in-Chief of the Federation of Nigeria. I was appointed to this post of high honor by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the advice of the Prime Minister of Nigeria to succeed my predecessor in office, that accomplished Colonial Administrator Sir James Robertson, GCMG, GCVO, KBE. This mighty audience comprises of eminent men and women drawn from all the regions of Nigeria and different parts of Africa, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. We have in this august assemblage representatives of heads of states and governments, paramount rulers and chieftains, statesmen and politicians, nationalists and freedom fighters, university administrators and professors, trade union leaders and ex-servicemen, local government heads and civil servants, molders of public opinion, in addition to professional men and women in different walks of life, including a select group of invitees who represent various organizations which are interested in Africa and in the orderly progress of our country towards national autonomy. Whilst it is a fact that the Commonwealth is a voluntary association which is loose, flexible and adaptable, and its members value it for its varied variety and multiplicity of outlook, its member governments sometimes acting in unison, sometimes separately, but always freely exchanging views and information, and always adding something to a common pool of mutual understanding. Nevertheless, Nigerians cannot be expected to be supine when such a basic human right as respect for human dignity is violated with impunity in any part of the Commonwealth, The challenge of Nigeria as a free state in 20th century Africa is the need to revive the stature of man in Africa and restore the dignity of man in the world. Nigerians believe passionately in the fundamental human rights. We regard all races of the human family as equal. Under no circumstance shall we accept the idea that the black race is inferior to any other race. I call upon Alhaji Amadou Bello, the Sultan of Sokoto, to join us in this Herculean task of national reconstruction. I exhort Chief Obafemi Awolowo to associate with us in this great adventure of restoring the dignity of man in the world. There are many leaders who can give active support and assistance to a nation at its supreme hour of need. Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, Dr. Michael Ihanukara Okpara, and Samuel Grace Ikoku, and then Chief Dennis Chukwude Oserebe, Malam Aminu Kanu, Malam Ibrahim Imam, and J.S. Taka of northern Nigeria, and countless others. I appeal to all our leaders, far and near, to forget the wounds which were inflicted in cause of our internecine altercations. The love of our country should outweigh the love of our petty selves. The enjoyment of individual freedom under the law should mean more to us than our self-centered party programs and manifestos. Common dangers and common enemies alert us on the need for common security. The British came here in 1851 and found us hopelessly divided in tribal compartments. When Britain transferred power to us on 1st October 1960, we were no longer an expression of geography, but a reality of history. During all our years of political vassalage, we became socially and economically integrated. We have also developed an identity of interest, and we have crystallized common nationality. The process of political integration reached its zenith at midnight on 30th September 1960, when we lastly sang our national anthem and our national flag was hoisted aloft to signal the birth of a new nation. Come and join Abubakar with me, Sardauna, Awolowo, Akintola, Oserebe, Okpara, Ikoku, Aminu Kano, Ibrahim Imam, and Taka. Let us bind the nation's wound and let us heal the breaches of the past, so that in forging our nation, there shall emerge on this continent a hate-free, fear-free, and greed-free people who shall be in the vanguard of a world task force whose assignment is not only to revive the stature of man in Africa, but to restore the dignity of man in the world. The independence of Nigeria was doggedly fought and dearly won. During our protracted battles, some of our heroes and heroines fell by the wayside. Some went the way of all flesh. Some paid with their lives. Some were incarcerated. Some lost their jobs. Some sacrificed their fortunes. Some were ostracized, while some were victimized and made to suffer indignity because they dared to demand freedom for Nigeria in our lifetime. Therefore, we must jealously guard our freedom with our lives if need be. I have made up my mind to do all that lies in my power so that our newly won freedom shall endure. All that remains for us to do now is for our leaders and their followers to demonstrate that spiritual resilience which had enabled us to survive the onslaught of the past. With faith in the eventual success of our adventure in the Committee of Nations, we can look forward to the morrow with hope and charity for our fellow man, knowing that the task has been well done and that prospects of a future are bright.
We are the women of Nigeria, and peace is what we
Abuja.
The elections are here. The candidates are slugging it out at the polls. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja is on ground to bring you up-to-date analysis on the elections. From the polling units to the collation centers, Eagles FM Abuja will take you through it with in-depth analysis and great conversation. Join Eagles FM election chat room anchors from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily as they bring you up-to-date analysis and great conversations with analysts on the elections. Don't miss it.